So are we ready?
Yes, it started.
Okay. Good evening, folks. We want to welcome you to the Vinton Town Council meeting for this Tuesday, June 4th. Wow, already June 4th. So if you would please, we'll start the meeting by calling the roll, please.
Councilmember Lyles.
Here.
Councilmember McCarty.
Here.
Councilmember Mullins.
Here.
Vice Mayor Stovall.
Here.
Mayor Gross.
For now.
Yes, here. Glad to have you with us for now. As always, we use the moment of silence here in the town of Vinton, and I'll be praying in the tradition of my religion, and I hope you will pray in the tradition of your religion. We, of course, will have the Pledge of Allegiance. Council Member Lyles, you're in charge of that?
Yeah, I was looking at the audience and it appears like I'll do it myself.
It does. I'm sure you can handle it. So if you would stand for those items, please.
Please face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and
Okay. With that, we will move on to our community events. Councilmember McCarty?
July the 6th is our first Saturday event at the Benton History Museum. And just for your calendar, August the 17th, they'll have the annual yard sale. If you have anything that you would like to donate, they would certainly appreciate that. This Saturday, June the 8th, the Benton Area Chamber of Commerce Mingle at the Market Triple Threat Season Opener will be at the Farmers Market from 6:30 to 10 p.m. On June the 18th, the Chamber again will be at the 2024 Regional Networking Event at the Salem Memorial Ballpark from 11 to 2. On June the 19th, the town offices will be closed in observance of Juneteenth. June the 22nd, the Chamber of Commerce Mingle at the Market series will have the 80s band and will be at the Benton Farmers Market from 7 until 10. So one of them says 7 until 10, one says 6:30 till 10.
June 8th. Yeah, June 8th is 6:30
Okay.
because they have it third.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure. We also encourage you to visit one of the many restaurants or event venues in the community. And we ask that you visit the venue's website and visit them on social media. And of course, for more information on everything happening in the town of Benton, please visit the In Benton Facebook page. And don't forget to like and share.
All right. Thank you very much. Any other announcements this evening? If not, we'll move on to the council activities. Councilmember Mullins.
Yes, sir. We have a couple since we were here last. On May 22nd, myself and Councilmember McCarty attended the Marco's Pizza ribbon cutting. On May 24th, Councilmembers Lyles and McCarty attended the Public Works Luncheon. On May 29th, the mayor attended the Impact Living Services ribbon cutting. And on the 30th, Mayor Gross attended Business Appreciation Recognition with Roanoke County staff at Magnets USA.
Okay, thank you.
And Councilwoman Lori Mullins did an interview with RVTV at the Marco's Pizza ribbon cutting and did an excellent job.
Well,
She did. I
thank you.
saw
It was something else. I don't know why I think it's live. I should have had him redo it because I was talking really fast.
Well, I've seen the replay and it works. You did
You
good.
can put it in slow
Did real
motion.
well.
That's right. That's right.
I hear the pizza's good.
It's delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, next item is a request to postpone or change the order of the agenda. Anything going on, folks? Nope. And we'll move on to the consent agenda, which tonight contains the minutes of the regular May 21, 2024 meeting. Any changes or additions? Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. I guess you got the names on that one. All right, thanks. And we'll move on to the awards and introductions, presentations. National Safety Proclamation.
I have a proclamation. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the vice mayor.
Whereas safe and healthy workplaces are vital to our well-being and the economic prosperity of the Commonwealth, and whereas each year more than 80,000 Virginia workers suffer serious job-related injuries or illnesses, and more than 100 Virginia workers die in work-related incidents. And whereas workplace safety requires the cooperation of all levels of government, business, and industry, as well as the general public. And whereas implementing health and safety programs can improve Virginia's business performance and contribute to the local economy and job force. And whereas workplace injuries lead to increased medical and worker compensation costs and diminish the productivity of the employees. And whereas accidents and injuries in the workplace are preventable, and employees and employers must be engaged, educated, and aware of safety practices and policies. And whereas the National Safety Council has designated June as National Safety Month for 2024 and provides resources to promote workplace safety by recognizing hazards, potential slips, trips, and falls, and combating fatigue and impairment. Now, therefore, the Town Council and the Town of Benton, on behalf of all of our citizens, do hereby recognize the month of June 2024 as National Safety Month in the Town of Benton, and call upon all citizens and employees of the Town of Benton to promote good workplace safety and health practices.
All right. Thank you, sir. I think we do a really good job at that here in town, because we get a report every year. You know, our insurance doesn't get hit because of the safety measures we've taken. And so congratulations to our staff for doing all their work in such a safe manner. So thank you, sir, for that. All right, next thing is a recognition by Cody.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of Town Council.
Good evening.
So tonight we have a special recognition on the docket to recognize our very own Mayor Brad Gross. So Mayor Gross has been recognized as an unsung hero by the United Way of Roanoke Valley in the leadership category. The 100 Heroes Project that they have initiated for the 100th anniversary of the United Way of the Roanoke Valley. So he was nominated and selected for all of his accomplishments, which are all included in the press release, but we won't list out here, but not only his service to Benton, but his service to the Roanoke Valley region and even to the state beyond. So for more than 20 years now, and for providing leadership to the town and the valley as a whole. So we wanted to recognize you. So we have a certificate, and in the spirit of full disclosure, you know, as we like to say here, you know, things are going well for several reasons. And the Lord continues to bless us. We have a great staff that works hard and is responsive to the citizens. The citizens no doubt support us. And we have a mayor and council that takes credit for everything. So,
I've heard that before.
so Mr. Mayor.
Wow.
Lapel pin. Mary.
Let's give his hand. Thanks for kidding. Why not?
And staff would like to shake your hands. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Only you were wearing a nice tie.
It's funny.
Thank you, and I certainly want to thank the United Way of Roanoke Valley. I'm honored and humbled. But something like this doesn't really go to me. It goes to everybody in this room, certainly our staff and this council, and I keep saying it, but our citizens are supportive. So that's who should get the honor. But I'll take it.
It's your name on it.
Yeah, but yeah, when you're surrounded by these kinds of folks, I guess this kind of stuff comes a lot easier. So thank you folks very much for what you do. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's move on to citizens' comments and petitions. I don't see too many out there, so I'm going to guess there are no comments tonight. With that, we move on to the items that require action, and of course would be the adoption of our ordinance, which would approve the Town of Benton budget year. Now, Andrew, I guess you got a few comments, right?
Absolutely, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Right. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. This will be the third time that you've heard this, so I'm going to try to go through it. I know the vice mayor's got places to be this evening, so try to be expeditious here. One quick change that I wanted to highlight was we had a couple of personnel changes that didn't affect the bottom line of the budget. The numbers are still the same. We had a couple of market-based salary adjustments, and then we also got in late this year our workers' comp numbers from Versa. So once we implemented those and replaced them with last year's numbers, we were able to make that whole. But like I said, the year-over-year percentages and the bottom line remains the same. All right. What's that? There we go. Okay. So we are in the fifth year of, we're in the fifth year of our strategic plan. So we're going to be looking at the same three goals that we have for the prior 4 years, and that's to enhance the town's infrastructure and livability, maintain an efficient and high-performing government, and ensure the town's continued financial viability by actively pursuing quality economic development initiatives. Yeah. Okay, we've got a balanced budget with no tax increases. Our investment in personnel includes a 3% cost of living adjustment for all employees. There is an end of year gratuity bonus for employees that is $500 for full-time and $250 for our part-time employees. And there is no change to our employee health plan premium. So it will be a 3% increase across the board that is felt in entirety, no increase to health plan. There will be a use of fund balance, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but it's going to be going towards one-time projects rather than trying to make whole ongoing expenses. So that's how we want to see use of fund balance expended. You will see some debt service payments in this budget, and we talk a lot about how we are effectively debt-free, and effectively is the key word there. There will be debt service payments, but those are offset by reimbursements on those debt services by some community partners. All right. So year over year, the general fund increase in the budget was 8.6%. And the total budget across the board was 4.9%. You'll see the big decrease going into the proposed FY25 budget is in the capital fund, and we'll talk about that more specifically when we get there. But it is a pretty good increase across the board as far as the general fund's concerned. All right. So this is going to be our revenue categories here. And I'll go more in depth on those as we look at each one individually. but like I said, represents an 8.6% increase year over year in revenue. All right, a real estate tax. So this has continued to climb. As I mentioned earlier, we didn't have a tax rate increase in itself. Any increase in taxes is going to be based on an increase in assessment. So again, everyone's assessment is performed by Roanoke County's assessor's office and applied by them. So again, the tax rate remains at 7 cents on the 100, but any increase in the tax bill itself is going to be felt by the assessment rather than any tax rate increase. Okay, so this is going to be our personal property in VLF. You'll see we had tremendous growth there in FY22, and it's starting to fall off in FY23 a little bit. This is going to be based on the increase in vehicle values coming out of the COVID era. Things started to stabilize in FY23, and we're starting to see them come down a little bit. Again, no increase in personal property tax as well as real estate. It's going to be based on the assessment of that property. Okay, state sales tax. Sales tax is going to be $1.5 million this year. We've got budgeted, and that is going to be a $150,000 increase over this fiscal year, FY24, and that's going to be based on Roanoke County's predictions as well. So as you know, we get an 8.6% allocation of Roanoke County's collected sales tax, and we are able to see what they are projecting. So we have followed that projection here, budgeting $1.5 million in state sales tax as far as revenue is concerned. Our meals tax, this was a conservative estimate. We didn't take into account any new restaurant. We've got a lot of growth in that arena right now. As was mentioned earlier, we've got Marco's Pizza. We've got Taco Rita that's going to be opening soon. We've got possible expansion at the Dogwood coming later this year. So this year's projections for meals tax is based completely off of prior year activity. And so it is a conservative estimate. It is a consumer-based tax, so we try to be conservative with those when we can. But we do hope to see that grow and exceed the budget as these new restaurants get moving and get open, and expansions open as well. Our business license taxes. Again, no tax rate increase on the business license tax. That growth is going to be organic. I did check before we came over. We've got roughly 600 business licenses in the town and contractors performing work in the town. So that's kind of a high water mark right now for the number of licenses we have, but certainly a lot of folks doing business in the town. Our pari-mutuel tax took a big jump from FY22 to FY23. We talk a lot about how this revenue source is pooled. It's not just activity at our local Rosie's Gaming Emporium, but it is activity based on the Rosie's facilities across the state and some across the country. So again, this was a conservative estimate. This is another one of those consumer-based services that we don't want to be too aggressive with. But we do hope that there's going to be a lot of activity here and a lot of increase in the actual earnings. There is another gaming emporium called the Rose that Churchill Downs is opening in Dumfries, and that's going to be a facility that's got 2,500 machines. It's going to be roughly 5 times the size of our facility, and we're hoping to get some activity off of their pool. So we probably won't see that until January of next year, but hoping that certainly positively affects our revenue and pari-mutuel. All right, so this is going to be a look at our general fund summary of expenditures. You can see that a quarter of it is general administration. Then we come down 628%, a big jump there is going to be in performance agreements. That's going to be related to the Gish Mill payments. So the performance agreements for Gish Mill, to get them off the ground, are coming in this fiscal year. We hope that's going to be a just shy of $660,000 payment. But something that we've all been looking forward to for some time. So that's going to be the large jump here in expenditures, and that's also going to be one of the use of fund balances that we talked about. And of course, it's going to be a one-time expense to help that business get off the ground. And we'll be using use of fund balance to fund that expenditure. Again, this is kind of a different graph that sort of looks at the expenditures broken up by category. So you can see that public safety and public works represent just more than half of that, and everything else falls back into the other half. So our two biggest departments represent 52% of the expenditures in this budget. Right. This is going to be the number of full-time employees we've got. We've got 69 projected across the town staff. That's no net change year over year. We talked about having some additional hours as far as some help in both finance and in human resources. Those will come in the form of part-time employee hours on an as-needed basis, but year over year, no change to the number of employees that we have in the town, full-time employees. This is going to be the breakdown of expenditures. You can see just shy of half, about 45%, is going to be in personnel expenses. Another quarter of that, or just over a quarter, is going to be in operating. And the rest is going to be in capital fund projects, debt payments, which are, of course, offset by corresponding revenues that we talked about, and then transfers as well. So this is going to be a look at our CIP for the coming year, total $660,000. This is a marked decrease from last year's, which I think was 1.3, but that's basically because we have got a lot of those projects carrying over. We've got the park and a few others, and we've also, this is independent of the paving allocation we've got budgeted, which is just shy of $850,000. So while this is a lower CIP, there's still going to be plenty of capital activity in the town the coming year. Right, and tonight is the last night of the budget activity, and we hope tonight is the adoption of the FY25 budget. And do you guys have any questions about anything specifically?
Like I said, we've heard it a few times, so.
And we got a copy of it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice job, Andrew. Yes, sir.
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to suggest one minor revision to your ordinance before you adopt it. I don't know if y'all want to discuss it first, but I'm happy to. I would add another be it further ordained line that says, be it further ordained that the council of the town of Vinton hereby appropriates the funds for expenditures set out in the approved budget for fiscal year 24-25. Just making it clear that we're not only approving the budget, but setting out the appropriation as well.
Second.
I don't get to make motions.
I get to make suggestions. That's right. Just suggestions. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get all that, Mayor?
Yeah. Oh, dog. Yes, sir, bro. Okay, council, you've heard the amendment to the wording. So is there a motion to approve the ordinance with the facts and figures as presented by Andrew and the amendment as presented by Jeremy? Is there a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
First and second, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Vice Mayor first.
Yep. Vice Mayor made the motion in place of Jeremy. And and the second was Keith Lyles, Councilmember Lyles. So please call.
Sorry, Councilmember Lyles,
Yes.
Councilmember McCarty,
Yes.
Councilmember Mullins,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stovall,
Yes.
Mayor Gross.
Yes. All right. So thank you, folks. I know it's been a long journey, but we've got a great budget. I'm very excited about this next year, and I think our budget reflects the growth of our town. So, okay, with that, we'll move on to the appointments to the Roanoke Valley Allegheny Regional Commission, the Greenway Commission, and the GRTC. So I guess you're going to fill us in?
Yes, so council is being asked to reappoint Bradley Gross as a member and Sabrina McCarty as an alternate member of the Roanoke Valley Allegheny Regional Commission to a new 3-year term beginning July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2027, to reappoint Janet Scheid as a member of the Greenway Commission to a new 3-year term beginning July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2027, and lastly, reappoint Andrew Keene as a member of the Greater Roanoke Transit Board to a new 1-year term beginning July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2025.
Okay, thank you.
I will make that motion.
All right. We have a motion by Councilmember Mullins,
I'll second.
second by Councilmember Lyles. Council, any comments, questions? No? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, folks. Moving right
You
along.
might get another certificate next week for 20-some years on the Allegheny Regional.
I don't think they, I don't think it.
Slow down, Mary. You got to
Oh my goodness, where did the time go, right? Oh goodness. Jeremy, can you get me out of this?
Appointed.
Well, you're looking good this evening, Rose. Thank you for your help. We count on you to keep us straight. And with that, we'll move to the town manager's report. By the way, did I get all the way down and shaking hands all the way down through? Okay.
And I'd be happy to answer any questions you have, but I think we've sufficiently covered most relevant news, so I'll pass otherwise.
All right. Thank you, sir, for that. Council have any questions or comments for the town manager? All right. With that, we'll move on to the council section. Vice Mayor, you have anything further?
I don't, Mr. Mayor. Everything, like the town manager said, everything's good and looking forward to the mingles and a lot going on in town.
Yep, sure do. Ms. Bond.
I just want to say congratulations again. I thought somebody would say, do you want to make any comments? But I think you were a little bit speechless.
Oh,
So I think that was cute to see.
Doesn't happen often, right? Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Really, anything further?
Just don't forget about the mingles that are coming up.
Yep, yeah. Sir?
silent as well. I can't believe it's June 1st,
I can't either.
June 4th, whatever it is.
Exactly.
Going by fast.
It is. It's so fast you can't keep up with it, right?
Right. It's going about 165 miles. It's shaking.
Yeah, no kidding. I was in a race car, Jeremy, is what they're talking about. As far as my comments go, just briefly, I saw the list of the folks that are going to serve on the comp plan committee. Impressive committee, and I'm looking forward to their work. And thank you folks again for the recognition this evening. I certainly appreciate all of you. Thank you for that. All right. Is there anything further to come before council this evening? Okay. If you would step up to the microphone, please, and Anita, listen to me, Antonio, do you have their name and address?
I need it.
If you could give your name and address, please.
I'm standing up straight. As I said, if you come into council whining and crying, and what you were whining and crying about gets taken care of, then you best get in here and sing some praises.
That's awesome.
And Pete, I know you didn't put all that blacktop down yourself, but you must have had the gun behind the tree, because we have all kinds of newer water system, sewer system, and beautiful blacktop.
All right.
And we thank you all for
Well,
having the money to allocate for that, whoever you made pay for it. I know you were working on Virginia Water Authority. Did they come through? Well, they were a nice group of gentlemen, and I'm just thrilled. We're just thrilled. Thank you all.
Okay.
thank you.
Thanks for coming to.
Thank you. That was very nice. We certainly appreciate those comments. Anytime you got a comment like that, you just come on back.
Too.
No,
It's all right. Yeah.
That was Lewis.
That was Lewis.
Said, "You're not speaking tonight, are you?" He said, "I don't have anything to say." And I said,
Well, thank you, man. We appreciate that. All right. Thank you.
"John, big truck."
That's good. All right. Anything further, council?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion to adjourn and a second. All in favor signify by leave. Take care, brother. Thank you.